Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu. Welcome to the NSL Summer Cup number 1 Division A match between Duplex and Saunamen. Duplex are playing as the Marines and they're spawning here on NS2 Jambi down in Docking Bay, and then Saunamen are spawning fairly close to them in Waste Recycling up here in the northeast of NS2 Jambi. This is game number 4 of a 4-game series. Guess who won the first 3? If you can't guess, there's a scoreboard somewhere on this screen. I will wait until you find it on your own. We have 3 of Saunamen's aliens moving in on Malga. He's able to take one out before being killed himself, and we also have, I feel like one of the aliens died here somewhere on the left. We have an interesting split from Duplex spreading out over the map. I'm not sure what happened to Malga over on the right. I guess he got killed at some point, and now the rest of the Marines are over here or back in their base or down here building. That's the one I was missing. Felix down here being really careful. He's like, is an alien coming for me? I have to be careful. Little does he know there's 0 aliens there. Completely nobody even within 80 million miles of him, so being cautious, but whatever. Swak on his own building duty. Marines trying to hold this sort of crucial X. This is actually called X. They're trying to hold X because that's where the aliens are going to come through, and come through it they do. The first to head through is he pays for it with his life. The second come through is Lipa, followed by Valda, Tane, and Lama. So those keeping score at home, that's pretty much everybody on Saunamen, and they all kill everybody. In fact, a Gorge spit taking out Wob. Don't see that very often, Gorge healing up everybody. So those aliens got low in the fight, but nobody died except the one who went first, which I think was Valda, or Lama, or we. It was we. I think it was we. We have sneaky aliens over here, which is good because Mago would hear them if he we're close enough, but Mog is being less sneaky. I think he just saw Valdo, which is why he started dancing around like that, not worrying about making noise, whereas earlier he was being sneaky. So we do have a deadly game of cat and mouse, as we so often do in the game of Natural Selection 2, and Valdo's like, yoink, right in the crotch. Oh yeah, Marine crotch. Okay, but there's fighting going. No, there's no fighting going on. Yes, there's fighting going on. It's up here in this crazy room, in the oxygenation room. Swak is fighting for his life, and he's dead. Almost got spitted down too by Tana, but Lipa. But the aliens pay for fighting and chasing down Swak by allowing these Marines from X to get some good hits in some really long sight lines, and that means Duplex is in not a bad position in terms of trying to hold these aliens here and keep them from moving out and doing some crazy stuff. We, though, using the vents to get no, not to get behind, just to get some chopping in. Felix doing the thing. And over here, Malga is going to be able to ninja this Harvester if he wants, but he's really just focusing on assists. For now, we getting the chomping down. Marines don't want to have to go all the way there. It's a pain to walk from sort of X/gravity to this thing, to offload. It's a long way away, so they figure if they go all the way there, they're going to give up their position. The decision they decide to make, the thing that they did, Beta stayed there, and then Swak decided to go over here. He's too late. Maybe should have decided earlier. Wee comes in for the ambush, almost doesn't make it, but does make it. So that's drama, basically, summarized. Something almost doesn't work, and then it works. There, I just wrote your movie script for you. That's every award-winning movie ever. That's some. That's like half. Something almost doesn't work, then it works. Yep. And Beta just... No, he's dead. Meanwhile, Felix, doing this thing. Is this an official? I don't know what you're even saying. But here's the thing. They're shooting at each other. And by shooting, I obviously mean the aliens can't be shooting. Man, those Marines went pretty far in, having known there were skulks here. I'm sure they must know there's skulks here. They did, by the way, go shotguns first, so there's your thing. And now we got armors going on. These Marines, it's weird that the aliens aren't coming in. They're just biting nothing, right? I heard some biting, and it felt like they were biting nothing. So aliens are just not willing to come in and engage on the Marines. Lama not willing to go in. This has got a hella clog wall over here. Valdo being killed somewhere over here on the left, cleaned up by a Marine with an LMG, but this could be dangerous for the Lurk fighting too. Marines with shotguns in this fairly enclosed room here. It's not tough for them to hit you. It's tough for them to miss, if anything. Felix, meanwhile, doing a thing. Over here, Marines really pushing in on here. It's going to be tough, I think, for the aliens to hold if they don't retask a lot of people here. But if they do that, the Marine pressure on the left is going to start moving in and getting them. It is going to sort of help that I think we just died here because the Valk get out. Oh, Valk is in Spectator. Oh, God. Hilarious. Okay, that's who Valk was. I wasn't paying any attention. Okay, so yeah, given that the alien just died down here in the base, it means he gets to respawn up here and then move in here to try and hold off this Marine push. They're doing a good job arresting the Marine push, but they're really paying for it. Felix and Swak. Finally, Felix is firing his gun in the game, and something's happening. And along with Swak, they're moving into oxygenation and pushing through and clearing people out. So that's how it works for the Marines, and the aliens are eventually going to have to deal with this rather than just trying to hold up here forever. Hopsu's going to have to belly slide out. No, Hopsu is dead. Lipa's going to belly slide out. Wob actually is not able to keep going. Needs to get med spammed up. Was otherwise going to die. I'm going to try and axe these clogs down, or not even going to care about it. Okay, so some aliens spread out over here. We decide he's just going to go bite on some stuff, which is probably a good choice at this point. The Marines are really getting themselves spread out. Somebody's been on fire duty. Beta's been putting out fires all over the map pretty much, but they probably want to keep him doing that. Tane doing some excellent biting, some good biting from Mr. Tane. Lipa doing the very important vomit on Tane. Gotta vomit. Always follow up everything with vomit. Did you eat something? Vomit. Did you drink too much? Vomit. Did you see somebody you don't like? Vomit. That's my sort of modus operandi. Some people call it a disease. I call it a strategy. So Tane bites this thing down. Is Tane gonna try and get the kill? Well, obviously Tane's gonna try and get the kill. The question is Tane gonna get the kill? That'd be ridiculous. You're ridiculous, Tane. Tane runs. Run, Tane. Tane sounds like train. Did you know that? I bet you weren't thinking about that one. This is why people listen to me. I provide insightful commentary. Valda's biting a thing. Where's everybody's favorite? Felix. Felix just killed somebody. Felix is up in the hive with Spock. Their crusade, I feel like, has gone from down here up to here and then over to here, and then finally they're in the hive. They're in the place they've always wanted to be, and their reward is a swift and brutal death. They killed some people, though. This is an undignified position. Okay, that was fun. What is this circle? What is going on? Oh my god, I bet that's where the devil pops up. Demons are summoned from that circle. It's a dire circle. So this is going to be bad news for these Marines, except they get a good kill on Llama. And nope, it's the Leaping Happy Skok team. Happy fun time. Valda getting 2 of these kills out of 2, and we finally have an obs finished by the Marines, so maybe some phase tech soon. They're in this cool area with this cool thing, and Felix is not fucking around. He's got a shotgun. He's like, I've spent too much of this game on the bench. I'm gonna shoot some people, and shoot some people he does. Then he does a quick Texas hot step, and he's more Texas hot step. Okay, Felix is dancing. He's got a song in his heart, and a step in his soul, and all that good shit, and he's just dancing the night away. He's a dancing queen. He's only 17. I don't know how old he is, but he could be 17. Some of these clanners are really young. Like, way too young to fuck. Believe me, I've tried. Okay, so, Wheeze, I don't know. Wheeze's plan was like, whoa, it's Swak, let her just get down here, just get to the base. Nobody's gonna follow me, but Swak just shoots them, so that's that. How's the game looking? Well, let's make some predictions. Who do you think's gonna win? I think for the first time, it doesn't look tremendous for Saunamen. I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm not saying they're gonna lose, but for the first time, they're not like really ahead. Duplex has 7 extractors, going down to 6 now once Balda bites this. But they've been doing not awful in fights. If you look at the kill-death ratio, they've got 3 people with positive kill-death ratios, so that's not bad. And finally got the phase tech up, so now they're going to be able to hold tech point. They're going to be up here in Pipeworks, and they'll have a phase gate and all that wonderful stuff. And this is a really nice phase gate for them, because it'll make it much easier to push in on oxygenation. And once they got oxygenation, that's going to make it really tough, because that's sort of the key alien transition point to the rest of the left-hand side of the map. So as long as they keep the pressure up from their base, which is going to be tough if this is any indication. Swalk is going to move in, but might get hit from behind from Weed. Tane's just going for it. No, he's not. Weed's just going for it. Now that, okay, he's dead. So, look at that, just crumpled. I love the ragdolls. But yeah, it's going to be these Marines suddenly on the back foot. As soon as they've got more territory to hold on to. The aliens just bam, go for it and just hit the Marines everywhere. Tane makes a nice decision, run through the Marine base basically, and just go here for this thing. It's going to pull Wob back, might even kill Tane, but that's going to be totally worth it for Tane. He's even going to kill the Extractor. No, it doesn't kill the Extractor, so that was a problem for Tane. He thought people would be coming from the Marine base, if anything, but they came from behind. They came from behind! Is exactly what Tane said over voice comm. Complete with the explosion. Obviously, because that's how they talk. I've listened to Saunamen vent. That's how it works. Okay. My throat hurts. I should stop talking less. I'm gonna whistle this shoutcast from now on. Okay, so that's actually not working, but I tried. You can't fault me for trying. Lepa desperately keeping these Hydras alive to try and keep them out of oxygenation. If they got a hold of oxygenation, like I said, that'd be really annoying for the aliens. Lepa devoting more of his life to this thing than he is to himself, but now he finally gets out. Wasn't taking any damage, but only because the Marines seemed determined not to shoot him. This Hydra's still alive, and now it's dead. Scintillating commentary. This Hydra is still alive, and now it's dead. I am TychoCelchuuu. Thank you for watching. It's the Fate Explosion, so now is Saunamen's time to shine. This is when they come back from having been pushed off. Much of the Tane is getting fucked. He's like, let's go out this way. Wait, no, let's go out this way. But it worked. No arguing with what works. Here's the thing. Swak just cleaned up Llama with a pistol. Good shot. That's actually not... This is not the corpse. I'm just circling random stuff. A fight up here. This is getting ugly and brutal, and it's fades. Everybody on Duplex is dying, except this guy's nano-shielded. And so that forces the fades off. The Gorge is like, I will save the day. But he won't. He's gotten biobombs and biomass, is what the aliens are researching. And here's the fades. So just keep your eye on the fades. It's gonna be tough because I'm not looking at them right now. There's one actually. Keep your eye on the fades. That's what Saunamen's gonna need to do. They're gonna need to make it happen with the fades, because right now the Marines have 7 resource thing. Oh, that's really painful for Marines, losing 1 right off the bat. Once your Marine count starts dropping, it gets much easier for the aliens to gang up on you. And look at this, you just don't have the firepower to fight the fades off, and boom, that was really bad. Swak doing a good job over here, Llama doing a good job over there. But here it comes, it's the Fade Explosion, and this is the problem. They're getting pushed off. The biobomb research was just in time for the Gorge to come in here and be biobombing some stuff up. The Fade's having to run all the way back, though, now to heal. Both of these Fades pushed off. The third one was pushed off a while ago, and he's healing up there. Tane is the that one. But now the question is, are Lepa and Valda going to get out? Valda will be fine. Valda can just blink, but Lepa and Valda might try and... it's interesting. Whoa, where's Valda going? To hit... I didn't even know they knew about this phase gate. I guess they do. They know about it. Somehow the aliens know about it. Maybe they just found out about it with Tane, but they're really hitting this phase gate. All the Marines are up here. They're going to phase down in a second. Boom, the aliens have really good game sense. They know that's happening. They're going to come in and be like, what's going on? What's going on? They're all running away. What are you running away for? You can't fight 4 Marines, can you? They can't, actually. That's a good decision. Pretty much the best decision for Fade is always run away, which is funny because they're the workhorse sort of like fighter. But if you had a flowchart describing the decisions you should be making as a Fade, like pretty much all the arrows would lead to run away. Run away! Except for this one. This one would lead to like stab a bunch of people with your fucking arm swords. And man, between the enzyme and God knows what else. That was terrible for Marines. So they've lost their Pipeworks thing. They do have their thingy over in Gravity, but might not be enough sentries. So great Fade play, gotta say, from Saunamen. Really bringing them back in, and great harassment play. Still, the resource is pretty good for the Marines this entire game, and they are working on Weapons 3, so they're far from out of it yet. But if you look at the Extractors killed, 12 the aliens have killed. Just gonna keep drawing. Nope. And so that's a lot that the Marines have to sink into, not just in terms of resources, but really in terms of time rebuilding them, time defending them, time mourning them. You have to go to all those funerals. It's just terrible. Really, really terrible. Tane almost got trapped. Oh man, Maga. Whew. If Maga had gotten another couple shots off, boom, Tane would have been dead. And there's a bone wall. I don't know what that was for. That was probably to help the Fades, but that was too little too late. So Very unlike Hapsu to fuck up a bone wall. There's a bone wall. Look, he's just trolling people. That's what he's doing. He's like, hey, have a bone wall. It's a bone wall. Why am I suddenly a racist Italian stereotype? Why do you have 3% health? That's really, really low. That's really low. But seems like every time. Oh man, look at this. What is going on? I thought, that phase gate was holding up much better than I thought it was. And then the Marines phase through and saved it. So now they got pipeworks back up, and everything's coming up Millhouse. And by Millhouse, I mean Marines. And by Marines, I mean actually they're doing really bad because they just lost all their extractors. They only have 2. That's bad. Genuinely bad. What's also genuinely bad is my throat hurting. Ugh, I have a bunch of matches to cast, like, tomorrow. Catching 8 matches in a row actually turns out not to be very good on your throat. If you're asking me, what's over here? It's a drifter. Bone wall. What is the drifter doing? It's just distracting people. Malga died. Up here. Here's a fight. Let's watch it in Excitovision. You know what I like about the enzyme? It's pink. So it's like a Valentine's Day sort of gift to the aliens. That also makes them, like, fight harder. So, nice bio-bombing there. Takes out the turrets. And it's just keeping Marines on the back foot, and that's what it's all about. Keeping your opponent on the back foot is a big thing in Natural Selection 2. And we got these drifters here scouting for the aliens so that they see any Marines coming on in. And so, Tane and Valda. 1, 2, dead. Not good. Not good. Dead fates. That's my strategic commentary. A thing happened and it wasn't good. For the aliens. I don't wanna overreach and say it wasn't good for everybody. I'm not willing to go that far. I'm just gonna say, if I were an alien right now, I would be committing ritual suicide. I do give up slightly easier than other people. But not as easy as people in pub games sometimes. Come on, people, you play Natural Selection 2. Don't just give up if you lose the first fight. You can come back from that. Saunamen came back from that. I've seen them do it. And yes, you're no Saunamen, but you can be in a sauna. If your city has one. If it doesn't, just light your neighbor's house on fire and dump a bunch of water on it and just hang out. Don't actually do that. Don't do that. I did not actually recommend that. Don't put me in jail. Please. Or if you do put me in jail, put me in the sauna jail. Oh yeah. I don't think those exist, but maybe in some European countries. I hear their jails are pretty sweet. I wouldn't know, but I mean, eventually I think I'll probably just rob a bank in like Sweden or something. Because then you're set for life, right? You get to hang out in a nice Swedish prison. Everyone says Swedes are beautiful, but I don't really go for blonde people. So that's my Natural Selection 2 cast. This Skulk is dead. Kind of at a stalemate right now. I feel like slowly Marines are losing, but remember, Marines are, as this thing goes on, banking up armor upgrades, weapon upgrades, a phase gate upgrade, which doesn't really matter, a shotgun upgrade, which, like, I guess it counts. So as the game goes on, the only things that the Marines sort of can lose their investments are shotguns and jetpacks and stuff like that. So if they manage to get to the later game tech like jetpacks and stuff, then they just need a trickle of P-res to buy that good stuff. Whereas aliens are much more lifeform based, and if their fades are going down, which as we saw happen, the only fade they've got left is when their fades go down, that really sets them back. So Saunamen is temporarily on a back foot, and the question is, can the Marines turn that into a permanent back foot by chopping off the leg, or this metaphor is broken by now, but the point is, this is Duplex's time to win the game, or oh man, Llama is caught on something. That would have been really bad if Llama had gone down. You don't want to lose Batman in one of these things, and Valda is not a fade, so that doesn't matter, but don't want to lose Batman in these fights, because then things would be really bad. So Duplex is, to their credit, really seizing on this opportunity that they have, that the Fates are dead, in the sense that they are trying to take the map back, clean the aliens off, but you gotta think, is it worth it to just sort of play the slow game and try and take the map back, creep back, and just count on the lack of fades as sort of just gonna be rolled into the fights that you win over time slowly? Or do you say, look, we just killed a fade or two. There's only one fade on the map. It's time, okay? It's go time. It's go time. I said that once already, but maybe say it twice to emphasize how go time it very is. How go-y go time. The question is, when the fades are down, when there's only one fade on the map in the Batman, do you say, look, it's time, we got to go in and like make something happen, or do you say, look, we're going to take back the map slowly, and it's just going to be a lot easier on us now that the fades are dead? And what is even going on? Is there a gorge around here? That's just weird. Huh. Something was like, oh no, it was a cyst getting killed. Okay. 16 things killed. Marines clawing their way back, but not a lot. Also clawing the aliens down, which is what they also need to be doing. So, especially once you take down a fade or two, then that's when you really want to... Oh, nice. Swalk getting out with 3% health. That's when you really want to hit the alien resources. The alien's down to 2 harvesters. Marines have been really pushing this one over. There goes Swalk. Go figure. He's dead. He didn't have any health, and now he's literally got no health. Because he's dead, is what I'm saying. When the aliens lose their higher life forms, just nail their resources, and then it's just going to take them so long to refade. Look at this. 27 res, 27 res, well, 28 res, but you're already a fade. But yeah, this is going to be tough for the aliens to rebuild their fades, and the tougher you make it, the bigger the window you get. And so what you want to do is snowball on your earlier successes. You take out a fade, then boom, take out the resources. It's going to be easier, and it's going to give you even more time before they get a fade, making it easier to take out more of their resources, making it, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying. And those bio-bombs. Marines seem to have not spent any resources on anything in a while, or maybe they've been spending them on... Oh, there we go, advanced armory. So that's what they were saving for. And then up to the proto lab, and then jetpacks is what I'm thinking. That's my hypothesis, and we'll see how that works. Going in here, they're actually in the alien hive, so maybe go for some resource or upgrade structures. Looks like the shift is echoing away. It's like, save the children! I will echo you away! Or maybe it's not. Maybe that was the Crag doing the thing. Well, I don't know. It's tough to tell. Oh man, bone wall, boom, ba boom. Trying to clean up some of these Marines. It's not happening. Let's head down in here, get first-person view. Right as I do that, like, Beta and Swalk are dead. We have a phase gate down on the other part of the map, so let's go check that shit out. Cleaned up by Tane. MVP. I'm just saying that. I'm not sure if he's actually MVP. Well, meanwhile, a whip. Surprise whip. Oh, that must have been the thing that was echoed, maybe. It might have been bad timing if that whip was echoed. I'm actually not sure about that, but sometimes you'll see alien commanders that echo a whip into somewhere. I'll be like, surprise, motherfucker, it's a whip. Did you expect this? Whoopsh! Haha. So sometimes they do that, but I don't know. Something got echoed from here. I think it was a whip. I think this whip's getting echoed too. Let's wait and see. Okay, maybe not. God damn. People shooting. So yeah, advanced armory now complete, but it's going to be a lot of resources till they get the proto lab up. Because the aliens have been doing a great job biting down. Here's Tane. Here comes Tane in control. Women dig his snuff and his gallant stroll. And we is reconsidering running away from Wob, but then he's like, you know, I should have killed that Wob guy. I don't think I should have let him leave. And so he's like, let's go back and pay him a visit. And it's like, oh shit, it's Malga. His friend Malga, his loyal friend. Wob and Malga together forever, never alone. Tane is dead here. This is a pretty room, by the way, I think. I really like this sort of hallway. It's green on the right, tan on the left. You look out the window and it's space. And if I'm nothing if not a fan of space. Look, it's a whip. Was it echoed from here? Yes, fucking whip was echoed at some point. Tycho was right. Whip is doing a whippy thing. Boink. And now it's dead. So that's the life of the whip. Look at all these Marines. Armor 2 to... Ha! There's an alien in the Marine base. We'll look at that after this fight. That's really funny. And they're being beaconed. Oh my goodness. We gotta get back there. No, we don't. Nothing's happening. So that was Llama. Taking out that was pretty sweet. Saunamen coming back in after losing the fades. They're 10 res away from Tane and Valda being fades again, but they're coming back. They got their res over here, in addition to the res over here, and plus obviously the res in their base. They've really bitten down the Marine res extractors. there's only this and this for the Marines now. They don't have repairs, they don't have supply lines, they don't have electrical core. So certainly don't have oxygenation or bait wing either. So Marines hurting. And that's really going to delay the... okay. that was brutal. That's really going to delay the jetpacks. Especially now that they have to rebuild the arms lab. So, Duplex, not looking tremendous. They're still in the game. Arms lab is back, but it's looking pretty good for Saunamen if they can just hold out till they get their fades. We is 28-7. My goodness. My goodness, we. Where do you get off being 28-7? Do you know what ratio that is? Can you do that in your head? Do you need to pull out a calculator for that? If you do, you're dumb. It's 4-1. But that's pretty good. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, that's at least a 4-1. Totally. This is like the lamest console. Like, imagine like your job working in this place is to like type on this all day, and there's just this fucking fan over you and this shadow. Like, oh my god, I would quit so fast. I wouldn't quit. I need the money actually. Please don't fire me for my job working under a fan. I would get cold though, because I'm a cold person naturally, so I wouldn't like a ceiling fan over me. Although it would keep the air fresh, right? So here's we killing the phase gate. The Marines really don't have any phase gates after losing that thing in pipeline except for this. So it's surprising that they let it get down so far. I guess they were all busy sort of up here, but we might be in some trouble if he goes out the wrong way, which he doesn't. We's too smart to head out through this way. I think the aliens pretty much knew they were here because you see this running battles being fought over this area. Very nice signage, by the way. Armory that direction, X that direction, gravity control that direction. Nobody's gonna misinterpret that shit. So here we see Marines in their natural habitat, space station, with their guns, doing the stuff. Aliens weirdly not engaging even though they know where they are. The Siths are being destroyed, so the aliens have full knowledge of the Marines. Maybe they're waiting till they come into here and they're further deep into enemy territory. The aliens are just setting up an epic ambush. They have their fades. Tain is a fade. Valda is fading, so probably they were just waiting for the fades. Llama is really low, so he pops the ambush a little too soon. Valda has popped, or not Valda has, what's going, Valda's not the, Lurk is the, we was the, what? Here's the fight. Ignore everything I was saying. Just watch the fight. So, they lose Lipa, who is like a skulker or something, but clean up all the Marines, so that was a good pick off from the aliens. They let the Marines move in far enough into enemy territory to get overextended, which may have been on purpose or may have just been because they didn't have fades yet. But once the fades popped, they moved in, killed the Marines. Biomass started. It's going to be a fair amount of biomass. Maybe they're going for Umbra or something or whatever. Cool beans. Marines back up to 4 extractors, so not doing terrible, but they're just rebuilding that arms lab was painful. Rebuilding all these extractors is painful. Hey, do me a favor. I'm about to open the graph that tells you how many Marine extractors have been killed. Try and guess how many have been killed first. Maybe even put your guess down in the comments, but that would, people are just going to cheat if I say that. If I say post your guess right now in the comments, people are going to just wait until 5 seconds from now when I open up the graph. Then they're going to guess that. Because obviously I would have to offer a prize, and everyone would want the prize. The prize would be 10 years in Guantanamo. But not the prison in Guantanamo, but Guantanamo itself. This is kind of a nice place in Cuba. Okay, so Fade's killed everybody. Let's open up the graph. Make your guesses now. How many extractors have the Marines lost? I should guess. Let's say 20. 22. Whew, that was kind of close. I was within 10%. That's good enough for government work. And what's really interesting is the aliens have lost 10. That's quite a bit. So this game is approaching the 30-minute mark. Neither Duplex nor Saunamen are going to give up for absolutely no reason. That's not surprising. Very few teams in TychoCelchuuu give up for no reason, except for pub teams. Pub teams seem to do it all the time. And Pipeworks, I think, just became a Shade Hive, right? Yeah, it's upgrading a Shade Hive. So interesting. Interesting that they're going for a Shade instead of a Crag Hive, right? Because Crag Hive, often you'll see people go first, right? Because they think it's the most important, because they want Carapace, or even Regen. But they went Celerity first, or they went Shift Hive first, which is Celerity and also Adrenaline. Saunamen did. And then their second is Shade Hive, so really cool. Really like that. We'll have to see what they do with it. What they want it for. Cloaking stuff. You don't have to have it anymore to cloak stuff, by the way. You can build the veils. Or the shades without that thing. So, nice attack here. Cleaning up this up while they correctly intuited the Marines were away. The Marines, oh man, they did set up the phase gate in time, and they're phasing in. This is going to be an epic fight. All the phase are going to have to get out of there. All the lurks are going to have to get out of there. Lamper keeps bombing the sentry battery, and the sentry battery is fine, but all the aliens are just like, GTFO. Oh. That was almost bad. Duplex also, that was almost bad for them, because they would have lost their phase, but they kept a hold on that. Good play by Duplex there, just quick building this phase gate where they wanted it, and phasing through. And 3 veils complete, 2 veils complete actually. I overstepped myself, and now the aliens come in for round 2. They're doing some pretty good damage. Felix is getting some good hits in, but that's not enough to make the aliens scared of coming. They've got the Umbra this time. The Lurk is umbering everything. This phase gate is going to go down. It's being ground, or the phase proceed to grind on it, as people say. So the past tense would be ground, or the what's the... I don't know what the grammar term is for something in prayer. Anyways, here's another fight. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. They're going for the other phase gate. They got an Umbra up. The LMGs are not being able to punch through the Umbra with sufficient power. The Marines really need some jetpacks at this point. This is at the point in the game, 30 minutes in. You really wish you had some jetpacks to fight these phase. Instead, the phase just come in and they kill the shit out of you with their knife arms. Tane is like, bye. Peace out. So are the rest of the phase. That was bloody. Marines are in trouble. That's the best way to put it. They've lost their hold on gravity. They're losing their hold on, what is this called? Skylights. And they're not doing a bad hold of the room itself, but they unlikely to keep this up forever. Except we is dead. So that's the thing. All these fades are going in one by one, and that's just asking for it. Even if you have an Umbra, that's asking for it, because the way to kill a Fade is focus fire. And the problem with killing a Fade is that there's too many to focus fire, because you get the Fade explosion, but the aliens were just going in one by one. They were counting on just being fast and agile and lithe and not being killed, but it just didn't work. Eventually your luck runs out. The Marines get a good focus fire in. Tane getting... Whew, Tane going in for the kill on Wob. Tane's got balls of steel, so they needed to go in more of a group. Here comes Tane from behind, owns up Malga, but he's taking some huge damage. He gets out. And Valda not taking huge damage, but he's like, I want to be like Tane. I'm just going to leave. This is now Alien Central. Gorge here, healing up some stuff. And back into the fight. No, just kidding. Where are you going? You're down here. Marines really trying to get a hold on the left-hand side, setting up sentry batteries even. So that's going to be annoying for the aliens. Meanwhile, they're hitting the base, is what they're doing. Tane and Valda and we're going to be there. The Marines can just phase back whenever they want, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue. And in fact, they can also beacon, of course. And yeah, it looks like they're forcing off. Oh man, a couple of bad shots from Felix fail to hit Tane, which means some serious damage in the Marines. Tane. Whew. Okay, but Marines hold that pretty easily. There's nothing surprising there, and aliens weren't able to fight this either while that was happening. They're keeping the pressure up, so Duplex is still looking pretty bad, but no killing blows yet, he had to say, from the aliens. Killing this thing, that's a killing blow. But not a killing blow against the team. Boom! Swamp is dead. And look, Wheel's here. Wee. Marines pushing out, meeting some whips, meeting a lurk, also known as Batman, also known as Flyer. If you want to know why the lurk is called Flyer, you take a time machine back to before the original Natural Selection 1, the mod was released, and the aliens did not have names. That's a fucking trivia question for you. What was the original non-names, the nicknames for the aliens before the original names? If you know those, post it in the comment section and I will be impressed. Because there's not a lot of people left who know that. Most people have died. I've killed them. I'm a serial killer. Not really. Don't put me in jail. Except a Swedish jail. So we're 33 minutes into this game. The Marines have lost 24 thingies. Aliens have lost 11 thingies. Jetpacks are finally started. Okay, there's a thing. Jetpacks are started, so if the Marines are going to come back into this, it will be with the strength of their magical flying jetpacks and the people they are attached to. But I'm having trouble seeing the Marines do it. You can't fault their play. Duplex has been playing really excellently so far, but it's just Saunamen is a team, man. They're and spit. Saunamen is a team that nobody wants to face unless they want to lose. If you want to lose, totally fight Saunamen. Look at all this alien blood. Green. Gross. Ew. Ew. Oh, it's a fade. Yeah, look how, like, chaotic stuff is when you're on the ground. Like, imagine being a Marine. Like, suddenly fade, suddenly Umbra, suddenly 3 fades. Yeah, natural selection's hard. That's what makes it awesome. Whew. So, at the 35-minute mark, my voice is giving out. Tane and we are grinding on a couple extractors. Maga's here, gonna try and ambush them. Not happening. Gets a good hit on... whoop. What's going on? Felix holding down the fort. Gets some good hits. Whip just killed Swalk somewhere. He's trying to go around this corner, I suppose. And Tane is dead. You can't push your luck. So far, Tane. Eventually you die. And that's actually really, really bad timing on the Fane death. Or, sorry, on the Tane. No, he can refade in a res. I was going to say that's terrible because the jetpacks just popped. So, I'm going to see if the Marines are buying some jetpacks or not. Leap started. That's an interesting synchronicity because you get the leap just when you really need it. Save the gorge with the thing, with the bone wall, and the whip will do the work. The whip actually won't do the work, right? Because it's only going to take off their... they take their armor and then we comes in. So Marines, they've got to be frustrated. They've been stuck in this fucking box. Offload. No, skylights. For like 20 minutes. Be phasing between that and base. And every once in a while, like walking out to try and defend their resources. Beta stayed alive for quite a while there. But, yeah, it's just a constant siege from the aliens. Won't let up. The jetpacks will give them both the... fighting ability to take on these aliens and not just get continually pushed back, and also the mobility to push out of these places that they're stuck. But they just don't seem to have the team or the personal resources for that. Wobb's got 58 saved up, Swalk's got 66 saved up, and Maga's got 24. But for Felix and Beta, not so much with the jetpacks. So it's gonna be tough. And of course, once you buy it, you just end up dying, and then it's like, well, that was a waste. I think Wobb's got one. Looks like Wobb's got one. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's get down here. Wobb does not have one. There's a fade. There's the thing. This Mac just won't shut up. Error. Ow. Shut up. You're a robot. You don't... Nothing hurts you. Hopsu is gonna get caught and killed. No, he isn't. Yes, he is. No, he's fine. He's a gorge. Why do I care? He's a gorge. He can re-res. He's got 21 res. Look at Lepa. Lepa's got 92 res. So, Hopsu, by the way, is the commander, is why you haven't seen him on the field thus far. Oh, it's Arcs moving up. Oh, there's a Hail Mary from the Marines. What are they going to arc? The stuff in this room. Interesting choice. Where are those arcs coming from? God. Marine base. Wow. Huh. I guess they didn't want to build the thing here, because then the aliens would have seen it coming and probably killed it, too. We have Hopsu up here bio-bombing, but he's getting really killed. So, here comes the arcs, the Mac's trying to repair them. Aliens probably going to see this and take it down, I'm guessing. It's easier said than done, but all it is a matter of keeping the pressure up and letting a gorge get in position to biobomb. First step will maybe get the phase gate or maybe get the turrets. It's tough to know what to hit. Hopsu is dead. It's just the arcs are actually working. This is a really good place for arcs if you want to siege this room because it's so close, but then it's like, what do you do? It's like, okay, we got the buildings down in this room, but like, what's our end game plan? Whew. This game is nuts. 38 minutes. Graph thing. Really, the res harassment has largely dried up, except this thing's dying. Infestation got pushed off of it somehow. So it's weird, because like they're putting so much effort into sieging this room, but honestly, I feel like the aliens could still be camping here, even if there weren't like buildings to hang out in. Like, they could just have a gorge here and all this stuff. But, whatever. There you go, Marines. There's a victory for you. You cleared out this thing. And, actually, Valda dying as the Fade. Tane got really low health in the Fade. It looks like the aliens not adjusting very well to being pushed out of this room. And, they fought over it a little too hard, and the Marines are killing. So, looks like I was wrong that the arcs wouldn't make much of a difference. Duplex suddenly on the front foot. Moving forward with the arcs. Maybe going to try and siege Pipeline. For all I know. Pipeworks. Pipeline's from another map. Now the arcs are like, well, maybe we should go out. Where are we going? We're going this way now. I just drew a little worm, or a snake. Let's give it a forked tongue. Okay, and little eyes. And stripes. It's a snake. That's a thing. Man, what an epic game. Is it ever going to end? I'm confident in saying yes. This is just Alien Central now. Maybe they'll arc this next. Whoop, the arcs are going back. It's like, let's go this way. No, let's go this way. Armor 3 started, so here we go. Like I said, you know, you get later enough into the end game, and the aliens start getting some stuff. So we do have gravity, though. The hive claimed by the aliens finally dropping this thing. And so it won't even matter if they lose this hive, because they don't need it. Yeah, it's weird that they haven't claimed gravity yet, because you would think with 140 team res, that's after dropping the hive. Whew, that's really weird. You want a Crag hive at some point, right? Why not get Carapace? Just that much extra survivability would really help. Here we go. Are we going to see the fades all go in at once, or is here's an Onos, here's an Onos, here's an Onos plus an Umbra. Woof, and some shotguns. Here it comes. Here we go. They're just running. Yeah, it's just, oh, that's a bad place for aliens to be attacking. Look at these corridors are just tight, tight, tight. No place for a lurk. Onos is just gonna eat as many shots as it can. Fades, there's like pillars they can get stuck on. But yeah, Llama getting a spike kill as a lurk. That's impressive. Also, Infestation. So there you go. Even Infestation will kill things in this game, because that's how crazy it is. The aliens, the Marines, so busy doing stuff, but not so busy that they can't send like 3 Marines over here. Malgun, Swalk, and Felix. Oh, what's going on? Valda getting in a skirmish here. Got pretty hurt and then pulls back. Marines have just scanned this hive, so this might be a strike team to try and take the hive out. Let's find out. Excitement. Whoop! There goes like all their armor. The power of the whip. Boom. So Swalk and Felix not going to be able to make it happen. They're just going to bypass it and maybe head to this extractor, which is really hurt. This harvester maybe? Oh, they're phasing. Well, they're trying. That was really unfortunate for Phoenix. We lost a phase gate, 2 spikes over here on the left, so the Marines... Whew, that's their last hold on the map. The Ark's still alive. That's a good micro from the Marine Commander, keeping these things alive. It's not easy to keep these slow, ponderous, very valuable machines in the game, especially when there's an Onos out, but this is exactly what the Marine Commander has done. Run, Onos! Run, Fade. They're chasing, they're chasing! They're doing it! They're doing it! He's going into the belly of them. No, he's not. This room looks nice when it's dark. And infested. And this is the thing. Okay. 42 minutes! This is one of the most epic Natural Selection 2 games I've seen in a long time. Marines have really been on the back foot for a while, but all it takes is a good rush on a hive and some good lifeform kills. And honestly, it's the lifeform kills at this point. The game's not so much linked to hives anymore. It's the lifeform kills that the Marines need, and just some good ones, taking out some fades and some Onoses, and it's the end. But instead, they're getting gored and mauled, and sliced and spiked, and bit, except not a lot of skulks lately. Some arcs up here shooting at God knows what. They're grinding on the phase gate. I don't know what the Onos is doing. He thought he had to get out, then he had to get back in. Here's some Marines. Marines are coming in and cleaning up the people, but nope, they're dying. Nope, but there's just enough Marines between the nano shield and just the constant shooting, and even the sentries. Despite the best efforts of the aliens to kill these people, it looks like the Marines are going to be able to hold this. The phase gate itself is nano shielded or being welded, I can't tell. I think it's being nano shielded, and Marines will hold. And Crag Hive started. Good. I like a Crag. Whoa! You walk like slightly out of the room. You cross this line, you die. You cross this line, you die. You cross this line, you fall into the existential blackness of space from which none have ever returned. You cross this line, you have a jetpack, because that means you got up into a vent. See, I told you you'd die if you crossed the line. Obviously, Marine's not listening to me, even though I'm casting this live. Hello, can you hear me, players? No, they can't, because I'm not streaming. I'm recording to my hard drive, which is going to run out of room if this game keeps going on. Come on, we're 43 minutes in, almost 44, and nobody's finishing. Here's a phase gate. And some sentries, because why not at this point? Spending all your money on stuff. Here we go again. Wob stepped over the line. I told him not to step over, and Tane's gonna make him pay. The Saunamen, or Llama's really low as a lurk, and he's giving it his all. Lepa's really low as an Onos, he's giving it his all. This phase gate's barely even hurt though, it's a 69. They need a Gorge in here, bio-bombing is what it would take. And they just, oof, even the arcs are along to play. Really low health aliens up here. So we've got the triangle phase gate set up. Marines can come in here now, pour in through here. They just don't have the personal res to be buying shotguns all the time. And this whip is fucking annoying. Looks like SWAT can hit it from here. And Phoenix can just walk up because it's only doing armor damage. But biomass being researched by the aliens. That'll bring them up to 9. Give them a lot of health. It looks like Mauga crossed the evil line, and Mauga pays for it. It's actually nano-shielded. And med-spammed. But he's still dead. And this cleans up the Marine base. So this is, I feel like, the second time this thing has fallen. At least. Potentially the third, but the question is, when are the aliens going to end it? Because they now they have the potential capability to end it. With this thing up, ending it would be really tough. You go into the Marine base, they just beacon back and kill you, and then they phase through and just go through here and establish a pretty nice hole in the map. But now it looks like the aliens are in mop-up mode, taking out the power. So that's how you know they're going for the end game. It's kind of a waste of time. Take out the power. Oh man, it looks like we lost a lurk. Oof, that's bad. Poor little llama. He's dead, but he's got 76 P-res, so he can just lurk again. Follow the Onos around with the Umbra. But if you bother taking out the power as you move through the map, chances are it's because you want to delay the Marines every second. And you're also sort of like getting ready for a big push or something, because otherwise you'd have better stuff to do. But if you're getting ready for the big push, then taking out the power ensures that the Marines aren't going to pull any sort of like crazy stuff and come from behind. We have Electric Core claimed by the aliens, which is the place where they just took the power out. So like I said, you keep the Marines from doing any crazy stuff like dropping a comm chair command console right as the thing's gonna die. Here's the arcs. Look at these. These guys are veterans. They've probably been alive longer than your average person in a Natural Selection 2 game gets to live. The Marines are phasing through desperately, trying to save this thing from the Onos that is in here, destroying everything. We're hiding behind a crate right now. There's Fades everywhere. There's Onoses everywhere. The phase gate is going down. Is it getting nano-shielded? No, it's not. The arcs are probably doing an about face as we speak. The phase gate is down, trapping these two Marines on the wrong side of the portal to hell, and that's the end for these Marines. It's the end for the game, calling a GG. Excellent game. 47 minutes, 13 seconds. Look at all that stuff killed. I really enjoyed that one. My throat is fucking destroyed. That's 4-0 Saunamen and 4-0ing Duplex. That is not easy. So great Summer Cup so far. My throat's dead. Bye.